omega t. That's what we had. Okay. And this was only for one dimension. So if you want to write this in the 3 dimension, and one can replace that whole factor by k dot r. Okay, k dot r. So this would simply give you, this should simply give you kx x plus ky y plus kz z. If you expand this, these are the vectors. It is a vector dot it is a scalar dot product of 2 vectors k and r. So that should give you this quantity. And integration would simply be taken over this volume of dkx, dky, and dkz. So that one can write down the whole expression of the psi as a function. Initially, we wrote the psi only for as a function of x and t in 1D. So in 3D, we can expand it in this way. And proceeding on the same way, the way we have done previously, one can easily write down this whole expression. I mean, we can repeat the whole process that we have done previously, right? But we don't need to do that. Okay, we are not going to do that. We will just simply apply the same logic to write down the 3-dimensional expression of our Schrodinger's equation, which is IH bar del psi by del t is equal to minus h bar square upon 2m del square psi rt. So initially over here in 1-dimensional, it would be something like this, del square by del x square of your function psi xt. That was in our 1 dimension. Okay. So in 3D, we have used this operator Laplacian del square. So it will have del square by del x square plus del square by del y square plus del square by del z square. Right. So that would be your 3D equation for Schrodinger, 3-dimensional Schrodinger equation, and it is a time-dependent Schrodinger equation. Remember that the function still depends on both the parameters, the position coordinate as well as the time coordinate. And the similar concept comes over here, where one can write down this, when you compare this whole expression with this classical expression E equal to p square by 2m, then this left hand side, so this IH bar del by del t stands for your energy operator, and this minus h bar square into del square, so it's a 2 terms, which is minus IH bar del into minus IH bar del. So that should give you the momentum operator. Okay. So far what we have discussed is the Schrodinger equation for a free particle. So what we have discussed so far is the Schrodinger equation for a free particle. Okay. Now let us see what happens when you put this free particle in a system with some potential V. Okay, we put this free particle in a potential, let's say some system, something like this, in a particle in a box like situation, and the potential is V. So we put this free particle, it is moving freely in this box, which has a potential of V. So in this particular situation, when we write down the classical expression for the energy, you simply will add the potential energy V as a function of R and T. So E equal to P square by 2m plus V as a function of R and T. And then Schrodinger made a right guess to include the relevant operators for the position as well as for the time. Okay. So what he did then, he simply just replaced whole this equation by their equivalent operators. So we have the energy operator, we have the momentum operator, and for substitute R and T. For that particular, what he did was simply he replaced these parameters by their equivalent operators. One thing one can notice here, that there is no operator for the momentum, for the mass. So this is something mysterious, that it is still a mystery today, that whatever mass we see in the universe today, so there is no as such a very concrete, what I should say, a concrete theory which justifies that where does the mass of a particle come from. Of course, there is, if you go in the particle physics, then there is a plenty of research which is still going on, but there is still a it's a very mystical point over here. So when Schrodinger derived, so he replaced all these parameters by the equivalent operators. And when you write down this whole expression by their equivalent operators, then your equation would look like this. So if you write down these, an energy operator by IH bar del y del t, IH bar del y del t, and this whole term multiplied by a function psi on both the side. Yeah, so he multiplied the function by psi on both the side. So this is your time dependent Schrodinger equation for a particle in moving in a potential V. Okay, it's a 3D equation for a particle which is moving in a potential V of having a mass m, and this square bracket, this represents nothing but your Hamiltonian, and this represents nothing but the Hamiltonian of the system, right? So what is Hamiltonian? So you will see this in classical mechanics. You are going, I think it's going on. So after once you complete this Lagrangian dynamics khatam hone ke baad, you will be going through this Hamiltonian dynamics. So in that case, you will see that Hamiltonian is nothing but simply the total energy of the system, which is represented by H is equal to T plus V, where T is the kinetic energy and V is the potential energy. Right. So this represents the Hamiltonian of the system. And if you just replace this by H, and if you write down this as an energy E, then what you are going to get is H psi is equal to E psi. ठीक है, ये लेफ्ट साइड टर्म जो है, जो मैंने पहले लिखा हुआ है, तो H psi is equal to this left hand side term which is E psi. ठीक है, so this is actually a matrix equation. जो मैट्रिक्स आपने पढ़ा होगा, if you see a standard matrix equation which is Ax equal to lambda x, where A is the operator, ठीक है, A is your operator, ठीक है, and x is your eigenvector. So x is your eigenvector and lambda is nothing but your eigenvalue. So when you operate on a given eigenvector, then you will get your eigenvector back multiplied by some value. Okay, so when you operate this operator on your eigenvector, you will get your eigenvector back multiplied by some value. This is a scalar value. These are vectors, a, x, and this x. These are all vectors, but this is value. It's a scalar value. So that is eigenvalue. So what this equation tells us is that Hamiltonian is the operator of the system. When you operate this Hamiltonian on the given wave function for the given system, what you get is the eigenvalue, and this eigenvalue is nothing but the energy of the system. Okay, the E is nothing but the energy of the system. So this concept we will see later in later topics in much detail, that how this actually works. Right, but I'm just expanding it a little bit over here. So that this is called the Hamiltonian of the system. And in fact, if you try to solve any problem given to you, some like particle in a box or anything, particle moving on a ring or whatever. So for any problem, when you are trying to solve quantum mechanically, what we do is we use this equation H psi equal to E psi. So we need to write down the Hamiltonian for the given physical system, and we should know the state of the system. I mean the eigenvector of the system. If you know these two things, then you operate this eigenvector on the you operate this operator on the eigenvector, and you should get the energy of the system. And this should completely describe the state of the system. Okay, so that's all about the Hamiltonian. Okay, now let us see what actually the meaning of the psi function is. Okay, so for that one needs to know that what is the probability interpretation. ठीक है, उसका interpretation पता होना चाहिए probability का, because as we know, I mean, what we have been discussing since the beginning of the class, that the whole theory from the classical mechanics to quantum mechanics, this whole journey, when it started from all the hypothetical ideas uh, by Max Planck and Einstein and Bohr's model and Wilson Sommerfeld quantization rule and all those theories. If we recollect all those theories, then what it all says is that whatever energy values we uh, take a fixed value in the quantum mechanics is actually not sorry, in classical mechanics it is not actually fixed. It is all discrete. All the energy values that we see in quantum mechanics, it has some discretization. ठीक है. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि we take a fixed value of an energy. I mean, there is a fixed value of energy for a particular given particular system. But in quantum mechanics, we say that it is all probabilistic. That we do not actually put a label on saying that okay, this should be the exact value. Because if we see the uncertainty principle, delta p into delta x equal to h. So there is this uncertainty. When you are trying to define the position, the momentum is uncertain. And when you are trying to define the momentum of the system, then there is an uncertainty in the position of the particle. So there is a probabilistic view is happening all over the quantum phenomena, and therefore one needs to know the probability interpretation. So as such, the wave function has no physical significance. है ना? Wave function का जो significance है, it does not have as such any physical significance. Of course, it represents the state of the system. है ना? It represents the state of the system. But what is more meaningful is the probability of the finding a particle. है ना? The measure of the probability, that is more significant. So wave function it can be complex, the way we have seen previously. Wave function है ना, ये जो साइन जो हमने आगे देखा था, so this whole function it has this complex term, so it can be complex, but probability is actually a real and non-negative value. है ना, probability is a real and non-negative value. So therefore in 1926 by Max Born, है ना, Max Born, so he actually described something called probability density. He described a probability density which is denoted by P as a function of R and T by giving this notation where he multiplied simply the wave function by its complex conjugate. He multiplied the wave function by its complex conjugate. So it's a modulus of psi square. So you simply take the complex form of this function and you multiply it with its complex conjugate. So that means agar aapne mathematics mein padha hoga, like if you have z equal to x plus iy, if that is one particular complex number, then the complex conjugate, which is represented by z bar, is equal to x minus iy. So you simply take the product of these two, z into z bar is equal to x square plus y square. So instead of bar, it is represented by a star over here, sine star. So sine star into sine, so it's nothing but the modulus square of the sine, and this represents the probability density. And it is the probability density. So if you want to know the probability, then what I need to do is that I need to multiply it by the volume of the system. So if you multiply it by the volume, a very small volume element d tau, so sine moduli sine square into d tau, it should represent the probability of finding the system in a given volume element d tau in a given time t. And where exactly you are finding? Around the given point r, surrounding the power. Again, see, it is not specifying that it exactly r position. It is saying the surrounding the point r. So you are taking the point over here, then what probability is there within the given region? So that is given by this particular expression. All right. So that is your probability density, and this is your probability of finding the system. Okay. Now let us go further in detail. If you integrate the whole probability from minus infinity to infinity, then it should be equal to 1. You know, it makes sense because uh, when you're trying to find the particle in the given region, so it can be somewhere here, it can be somewhere here, it can be somewhere here, it can be somewhere here. But if you take an integral whole over from minus infinity to plus infinity, then that integral should be equal to 1. So according to standard क्या बोलते हैं अपना statistical mechanics, है ना, statistical mechanics में यही होता है कि like for example the example of coin, है ना, एक तरफ उसका head है, दूसरी तरफ tail है. So the probability for the head is 1/2 and the probability of the tail is also 1/2. So total probability is 1. So the total probability should be equal to 1 of finding the particle in the given region. Okay. Now if that is the case, then for this equation to be finite, because this equation should be finite, because you are saying that this is the probability, so probability has to be finite. So if you want to say that this is finite, then this function should tend to 0 sufficiently so that as your r tends to plus or minus infinity. So जैसे ही आप r को if you move towards the minus infinity, or if you go towards the plus infinity, जो हमने पूरा वेव पैकेट जो देखा था, it was something like this, and the whole wave contained in the wave packet. So if you go towards the both plus or minus infinity, the particle loses its probability. I mean, most likely the particle is not to be found. Particle is somewhere here. So this sign tends to 0 as you r tends to plus or minus infinity, and therefore one can multiply this whole function by some constant n, so that n psi also satisfy the condition in this which is given by this equation. And we need to do this because we want to normalize the whole probability interpretation. ये जो condition है, probability condition है, so we want to normalize this. So in order to do that, we have introduced this constant n in the function. So n psi whole square d tau equal to 1. So we take this module of n square outside because it is a constant, and the remaining integrals stay as it is. So this is your normalization constant, and this equation is called the normalization condition. Okay. So in order to find, you will see this condition to be useful, that you will be given certain function psi in a for a particular example आपको दिया गया होगा, and we want to actually find the normalization condition. So in that case, we will simply just take the integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, and then we take the complex conjugate. इसका मतलब है psi star into psi. Okay, and we make it equal to 1, and from that we find out this this normalization constant. Okay, so we'll see this. We will do some examples later on. Okay, so that is about normalization condition. Okay, now let us see something called probability current density. Okay, so probability current density क्या है? So we have seen the probability density. Okay, we saw the probability density. So it indicates the probability at a given point in space and time. Okay, but this probability actually of finding the system, that would actually changes as the wave progresses, है ना? जैसे ही wave आगे बढ़ेगा in time, this probability will change. So what to do? So in that case, what one should do is that we should generalize the whole concept of this probability in terms of something called probability current density. See, this is something like जैसे हम लोग इलेक्ट्रोडायनामिक्स में बोलते हैं ना कि you have a current I, है ना, या तो फिर let's say you have a charge Q. So you know the charge Q at some position, at some point you know the value, but the value of the charge changes as it moves ahead. So what you do is you take the differentiation of it, which we call current I, and इसको भी अगर हमें generalize करना है current I को, so what do? We simply take the current I divided by its area, which we call current per unit area, है ना, we call current per unit area, and उसको फिर आप मतलब we can use that as a generalized concept to study any system. In the similar manner, over here what we are doing, that probability, we know that this is the probability which is there for the given wave packet. or for the given particle or for the given wave. But this probability changes over a period of time as the wave function evolves in time. So in that case we are defining this new term. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, what we are going to do, we simply just take the Schrodinger equation in two form. ठीक है, वन, एक तो उसका जो ओरिजिनल फॉर्म है और दूसरा हम उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट फॉर्म वी आर टेकिंग, है ना, वी आर टेकिंग इट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट फॉर्म. तो सिंपली कुछ नहीं किया है हमने, वी आर जस्ट रिप्लेस दिस फंक्शन साइन बाय इट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट साइन स्टार. ठीक है, नाउ these two equation, what we are doing, it says that multiply this equation by sin star and equation 2.52 मतलब कि this वाला multiplied by sin from left and then subtracting from one from the other. ठीक है, एक दूसरे में से उसको subtract करना है. ठीक है, तो उससे अच्छा let's first do it, then we will see what is the purpose of doing it. तो इसको multiply करिए, multiplied by sin star. So this is going to be equal to, so I'm writing it over here, IH bar, you have to multiply it by sin star. So sin star del psi by del t. ठीक है, this is equal to now यहाँ पे क्या होगा, minus h bar square upon 2m into now देखो ये operator है, this is an operator, so first you have to operate this on this sine function. And then you multiply, because we are multiplying it by sin star, so I am writing it first sin star multiplied by this del square sine. So del square sine plus sin star into v sine. ठीक है, this is your first equation. Now the second equation, it says multiplied by sine from the left and subtract from the previous one. So let us first write down this and we multiplied by sine. So you will have minus h bar del minus IH bar sine into del sine star by del t. This is equal to minus h bar square upon 2m into sine into del square sine star plus sine v sine star. So we have sine v and sine star. All right, this is plus in between. Okay, so it is say subtract one from another. So let us say equation 1 में से equation 2 इसको मैं subtract करूंगा, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा. ठीक है, दिस विल बी माइनस माइनस प्लस. तो मैं उसमें से आई एच बार कॉमन निकाल दूंगा. तो आई एच बार कॉमन निकाल लिया मैंने यहाँ पे. ठीक है, तो what I am left with sin star del psi by del t plus sin del star by del t. sin star del psi by del t plus sin del star del sin star by del t. ठीक है, ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड मैं क्या करूंगा, माइनस एच बार स्क्वायर अपन 2m उसको कॉमन निकालूंगा. तो माइनस एच बार स्क्वायर अपन 2m माइनस एच बार स्क्वायर अपन 2m इसको मैं कॉमन निकालूंगा. तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी साइन स्टार डेल स्क्वायर साइन, यहाँ पे माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा, तो बिकॉज वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग तो माइनस रहेगा बीच में. तो माइनस एच बार स्क्वायर अपन 2m कॉमन रहेगा और ये वाला जो टर्म है माइनस दिस टर्म. दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव रिटन हियर, साइन स्टार डेल स्क्वायर साइन माइनस साइन डेल स्क्वायर साइन स्टार. ऑलराइट, एंड दिस विल बी कैंसल्ड. ठीक है, ये टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगा बिकॉज इट्स सेम. सो व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग हियर इज दैट वी आर गेटिंग दिस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ए डिफरेंशियल फॉर्म. ठीक है, ये डिफरेंशियल फॉर्म में हमें मिला है. अभी इसको हम क्या करते हैं, लेट अस राइट डाउन दिस इन द टाइम डिफरेंशिएशन on one side and another side it is in the space differentiation. So on this side it is del by del t of the product of these two functions sin star into sin. ठीक है, इसको आप अगर एक्सपांड करेंगे तो you will get this back. ठीक है, एंड ये जो आई एच बार है इसको मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया है, इसकी मतलब राइट हैंड साइड मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया है. तो 1h will be gets cancelled over here. ठीक है, और i यहाँ पे -1 अपन i है तो वो ऊपर चला जाएगा, तो आई एच बार अपन 2m हो जाएगा. ठीक है, एंड यहाँ पे भी क्या किया है कि वी हैव टेकन डेल कॉमन आउट, सो दैट विल बी अ डॉट प्रोडक्ट बिटवीन डेल एंड this vector. ठीक है, this is a vector. So sin star del psi minus sin del sin star. Clear? Now let us take an integration. So if you take an integration, so del by del t of integration from minus infinity to plus infinity of this term, sin star psi over a volume element d tau. We are taking an integration over a period of space in d tau volume element, and this is going to be equal to minus is bar upon 2m integral minus infinity to infinity this whole term d tau. ठीक है, तो अभी राइट हैंड साइड क्या होगा, देखो ये दिस इज नथिंग बट ये क्या है, दिस इज डिफरेंशिएशन है ना, दिस इज नथिंग बट योर डिफरेंशिएशन. सो डिफरेंशिएशन है और एक तरफ इंटीग्रल है, सो यू आर टेकिंग द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डिफरेंशिएशन. तो उसका मतलब क्या है, इट विल गिव यू द सेम क्वांटिटी, ये आपको वापस ही मिलेगा. ठीक है, but with the limit from minus infinity to plus infinity. So right hand side is having this function multiplied by this term which is equal to this term which is del by del t of this integral. ठीक है, अभी let us just go back where we said that this function psi, this if you want to make this possible then psi must tend to 0 sufficiently as r tends to plus or minus infinity. ठीक है, तो साइन क्या हो जाएगा, 0 हो जाएगा एज द r टेंड्स टू प्लस और माइनस इंफिनिटी, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग. ये जो है यहाँ पे वी आर हैविंग ए लिमिट ऑफ प्लस और माइनस इंफिनिटी फॉर दिस फंक्शन. सो दैट मींस दिस राइट हैंड साइड होल टर्म इज गोइंग टू बी 0. ठीक है, so see because we are having a localized wave packet and which is the situation in, if you see almost all the cases we will be having this localized wave packet, so both your function sine and sin star will be 0 as your r tends to plus or minus infinity. So that means this is going to be equal to 0 है ना. if this is going to be equal to 0 तो ये जो टर्म है ये क्या हो जाएगा, कांस्टेंट हो जाएगा है ना, del by del t of this whole term that is going to be, so because that is equal to 0, so this whole term is going to be equal to constant in time. ठीक है, so this is nothing but saying that your normalization integral is constant in time. This is your normalization integral जो हमने अभी देखा था आगे. So normalization integral is actually getting constant in time, and ये जो quantity है ये पूरा quantity, so we are defining that quantity something called probability current density. ठीक है, we defined this quantity something called probability current density. So that is denoted by J as a function of RT equal to this whole term I h bar upon 2m sin star del psi minus sin del sin star. ठीक है, so let us put this value over here. इसको यहाँ पे हम substitute करेंगे. So what we are going to get, तो यहाँ पे it is actually reverse ना, ये देखो this is sin star del psi minus sin del sin star ये है, और P का जो J का डेफिनेशन क्या है, इट इज अपोजिट है ना. ये साइन स्टार डेल साई है वो यहाँ पे माइनस है, यहाँ पे होगा ये, समझ रहे हो. सो ये इसको अगर रिवर्स कर देंगे तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, दिस इज इक्वल टू माइनस जे, तो यहाँ पे ये हो जाएगा माइनस जे, और माइनस जे को इस तरफ लेके आएंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा प्लस जे. सो योर ये वाला जो टर्म है दिस इज नथिंग बट योर प्रोबेबिलिटी पी, ये है पूरा प्रोबेबिलिटी पी. सो दिस डेल पी बाय डेल टी, दिस इज डेल पी बाय डेल टी प्लस द ग्रेडियंट ऑफ योर दिस होल टर्म है ना, ये वाला जो टर्म है उसका ग्रेडियंट हमने लिया हुआ है. सो उसका जो डॉट प्रोडक्ट है दैट इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू 0, एंड दिस इज नथिंग बट योर इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी फॉर द क्वांटम मैकेनिकल प्रोबेबिलिटी. ठीक है, इट इज नथिंग बट द इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी फॉर द क्वांटम मैकेनिकल प्रोबेबिलिटी. तो ये जो इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी है वो हम लोग जनरली कहाँ पे देखते हैं, वी जनरली सी दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी इन हाइड्रोडायनामिक्स. वी सी दिस इन हाइड्रोडायनामिक्स, और इवन आपको इसमें भी दिखने को मिलेगा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिज्म. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिज्म या तो इलेक्ट्रोडायनामिक्स जो भी बोलो, तो इन दैट केस यू विल सी दिस टाइप ऑफ equation of continuity. So this is nothing but your quantum mechanical probability conservation. Quantum mechanical probability conservation. इसका आगे भी थोड़ा इंटरप्रिटेशन आप कर सकते हैं. इसको अगर आप इफ यू राइट डाउन दिस होल एक्सप्रेशन और उसको आप अगर गॉस डाइवर्जेंस थ्योरम अप्लाई करते हैं तो इससे हमको एक टर्म मिलेगा. एंड दिस टर्म विल इंडिकेट दैट अगर आपके पास एक सिस्टम है और इफ यू आर हैविंग ए प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग वन पार्टिकल समवेयर हियर, तो जितना प्रोबेबिलिटी यहाँ पे आपको मिल रहा है उतना प्रोबेबिलिटी यहाँ से कम बाकी सारे रीजन में से कम हो जाएगा, है ना. इसका फिजिकल मीनिंग क्या है कि सी वेरेवर यू आर लोकलाइजिंग योर पार्टिकल, और मतलब कि जो पार्टिकल ढूंढने का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है, सो दैट पार्टिकल फाइंडिंग प्रोबेबिलिटी, if you are getting at one point the particle to be there, then you are losing the probability on the other side. It's a sort of conservation of the quantum mechanical probability, और उसको इसीलिए बोलते हैं इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी. ठीक है, इट इज कॉल्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एक्सपेक्टेशन वैल्यू. ठीक है, वी हैव एक्सपेक्टेशन वैल्यू. नाउ एक्सपेक्टेशन वैल्यू क्या है? तो जैसे हमने ये सब अभी देखा कि प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग द सिस्टम, ठीक है, ये सब ये जो है दिस थिंग, तो वी नो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ द फाइंडिंग द सिस्टम इज दिस साइन स्टार साइन डी टाउ इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग द सिस्टम. अब इसके ऊपर से हमें इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू ऑफ सम पैरामीटर, तो वी कैन मल्टीप्लाई सिंपली बाय दिस प्रोबेबिलिटी, है ना. कि फॉर एग्जांपल if I want to find out the position of the particle, then I will simply multiply r by this particular probability. If I want to find out what is the momentum of particle, I simply multiply it by this probability. ठीक है. तो there is a term called expectation value. There is a term called expectation value. So expectation value of the position of a vector particle, position vector of a particle, one can simply multiply the position vector by this probability integral, or whatever you call this normalization integral. So expectation value of r, तो generally उसको ऐसे denote करते हैं in between these square brackets. Now whatever quantity you have, so you take these brackets and it will give you the expectation value of that particular quantity. So over here we are talking about the position coordinate of the particle. So that will simply just multiplying by the probability of finding the particle. So sin star r sin d tau. ठीक है. Now we have kept this r in between these two, है ना. इसका रीजन हम देखेंगे बाद में. We will come to know why, how it is done or why we want to do this. ठीक है. So this is for the position of the particle, and for any such function of r, है ना, for any such function of r, one can say similarly write down the expression for the expectation value of the function. So f of r in bracket should be equal to sin star f sin over the integral d tau. Okay, now let us multiply this time dependent Schrodinger equation by sin star, and we integrate it from minus infinity to plus infinity. ठीक है. Now it is talking about the 2.47. Now what is that 2.47? So let me just write down simply. We don't have to go back to changing on slides. The equation 2.47 जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में लिखा था, so that is simply IH bar del sin by del t, your Schrodinger equation, minus IH bar square upon 2m into the operator del square plus v into function sin. Okay, so this is equation 2.47. Now what is it saying? That left multiplying the time dependent Schrodinger equation by sin star. So let us multiply this by sin star, and then we integrate it from minus infinity to plus infinity. So minus infinity to plus infinity, you are taking the integral and multiplying it by sin star. So sin star into is bar del psi by del t is equal to, on the right hand side you are having this two term, this del square sin plus v sin. तो डेल स्क्वायर साइन वाला जो टर्म है तो दैट इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय साइन स्टार एंड इंटीग्रेटेड फ्रॉम माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस इंफिनिटी. सिमिलरली जो v वाला टर्म है दैट इज इंटीग्रेटेड फ्रॉम माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस इंफिनिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय साइन स्टार. Now, according to the definition of this expectation value, as we have just said, that for any expectation value, we simply just multiply the probability. So you put that parameter in between this wave function sin star and psi, and you integrate it. That will give you the expectation value. So same format we are getting here. So this is sin star into some quantity psi integrated from minus infinity to infinity. Same here, sin star into psi integrated from minus infinity to plus infinity. Similarly, same thing over here. So this is nothing but the expectation value of this operator. This is the expectation value of this operator, and this is the expectation value of the potential V. Okay, and if you now plug in the classical expression for these operators, these are the quantum mechanical expressions. अब इसको अगर क्लासिकल एक्सप्रेशन के साथ कंपेयर करेंगे तो क्या होगा, ये कौन सा ऑपरेटर है, दिस इज योर एनर्जी ऑपरेटर. ठीक है, दिस इज इक्वल टू मोमेंटम p स्क्वायर बाय 2m प्लस योर पोटेंशियल v. ठीक है, सो व्हाट वी आर हैविंग इज द एनर्जी एक्सपेक्टेशन वैल्यू is simply the sum of your expectation value of the kinetic energy plus the expectation value of the potential energy. So this is nothing but the quantum analog of the classical energy expression. Okay, this is your quantum analog. So that means that we are easily able to justify कि classical expression जो हम लेते हैं E equal to p square by 2m plus potential energy. So that is simply actually a special case. It is a special case of quantum mechanics, right? And from this one can write down the expectation value of any dynamical variable. Let us say one example I'm giving here, the dynamical variable a, and if you know the operator of this dynamical variable which is denoted by a naught p, तो इसका expectation value अगर मुझे निकालना है तो how do I do? I just simply multiply this operator. इसका जो operator है, so I will take the operator of this value and I will sandwich it between sin star and psi, and I will take the integral. ठीक है, so the expectation value of a is nothing but the integral sin star a naught p sin d tau. ठीक है, that is how we calculate. And if the wave function is not normalized, so this generally is actually most of the cases your function will be normalized. Okay, but if the function is not normalized, then what do? We simply divide this whole quantity by the normalized condition, which is sin star sin d tau. Ultimately this value is equal to 1, and ultimately this value is equal to 1. But there are certain problems वो हम करेंगे बाद में देखेंगे, in which the function is not normalized. तो वहां पे हमें क्या करना है, पहले we have to normalize the function and then we take up the expectation value of the given dynamical variable. ठीक है, so that is your expectation value for the given operator. Okay, अच्छा, नेक्स्ट हमारा टाइम इंडिपेंडेंट श्रोडिंगर इक्वेशन है, बट आई थिंक ये हम लोग अभी नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे. ठीक है, वी विल नॉट, बिकॉज ये थोड़ा इट्स अ लॉन्ग टॉपिक, so many things to go. Okay, so let me just summarize what we have done so far very quickly. So we started with this 3D equation जो हमने पहले we wrote this expression for 1D and then how to obtain a 3D equation, Schrodinger 3D equation. तो उसके लिए we have just simply rewrite the whole wave function in the format of k dot r. वहाँ पे kx minus omega t था, we said it's a k dot r minus omega t integrated over a period of dkx, dky, dkz, and then you substitute the operator values, so one can obtain a general formula for the 3D equation for the Schrodinger derivation. And then we talked about how a particle in a potential well, or I mean not a well, but in some system which has a potential V, if you put a free particle, ये अभी तक जो हमने discuss किया था, so this was for a free particle, this is for a free particle. But if you put the particle in some system having a potential V, then we would include the potential V, and then we just replace all the parameters by their equivalent operators. Then one would obtain this generalized version of your Schrodinger equation, time-dependent Schrodinger equation, where we also learn the concept of the Hamiltonian. Okay. And then we discussed about the probability, how the probability of finding a particle is interpreted. And we said by Max Born, he actually introduced this concept of probability by simply multiplying the wave function by its complex conjugate. So that was a probability density. And then you multiply it by the volume element d tau, it is called probability. So probability of finding the system in the given region, small volume element d tau in given time t. And then when we saw the normalized condition, normalization constant n, and we talked about the probability current density, that we saw that if this probability also changes as the function evolves in time. So for that, we introduced the concept of the current probability current density. So for that, we followed certain mathematical steps. And from these mathematical steps, what we came to a conclusion that this normalization integral is actually constant in time. Now, this normalization integral is constant in time. And we define this new property, new parameter as something called probability current density. And we came up to the equation of continuity. Equation of continuity, which is a conservation of the quantum mechanical probability. This is nothing but the conservation of the quantum mechanical probability. And at the end, we talked about the expectation value, that how one can find the expectation value by simply multiplying the probability. By simply multiplying the probability with the given value, we can find out the expectation value. So we simply sandwich the operator of this particular parameter between sin star and sin to find its expectation value. And then we also saw that how this concept of expectation value can be used to correlate the quantum mechanics and classical mechanics. So we came up to this conclusion, the quantum analog of the classical energy expression. And then we ended up with this expression where we said that for any dynamical variable, we can actually obtain its expectation value by simply putting it between sin star and sin. And if the function is not normalized, we divide it by the normalized condition. ठीक है, so this is what we will, I think, keep it up to this much today, ना, because it will take some time to digest. ये सब थोड़ा revise आप करते रहिएगा. I will upload this PPT today. All right. So next time we will see this time independent Schrodinger equation, है ना? क्योंकि अब तक जो हमने देखा, this is time dependent Schrodinger equation. Our Schrodinger equation depends on time. जो पूरा function है, psi depends on r and t both. It depends on both r and t. But what if your function does not depend on time? In that case, we will actually separate both the parameters by taking a separation of variable. Okay, that we'll see some next in the next class. Okay, so thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, you can ask.
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. So thank you for your attention, and have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye.